Let's begin this restorative session in child's pose. Coming down towards the floor, taking a kneeling position with the big toes touching and the knees separated. If you need a bolster or a pillow or a blanket under your hips to take some pressure off the knees or the feet, go ahead and grab that now. Once you're in the seated upright position, just start to breathe deeply in through the nostrils. Just settle in. Notice how this position feels. If you're doing it as you wake up, maybe the knees and the ankles are adjusting, or maybe after a long day, you feel the stress starting to leave the body. The focus is on the nostrils, breathing deeply in and out. Now let's walk the hands forward to complete the full child's pose. Spread the fingers, press your forehead to the mat, and attempt to stretch your body in opposite directions. As you slide the fingertips towards the top of the mat, actively reach the hips towards the heels, creating this nice lengthening feeling in your spine. The pressing of the forehead into the mat will give you a sense of peace and relax. From the child's pose, you're going to slowly bring yourself up onto all fours, curling the toes under and rocking the hips back slightly to give those feet a bit more attention. As you rock forward, really taking care that the shoulders come past the fingertips so that we're also simultaneously warming up the wrist joint above the wrists and the hips directly above the knees. Take a nice deep breath and drop your chest and lift your chin. On your next exhale, round the pelvis slowly, push the shoulders up and bring your chin to your chest. Repeat these two movements. Inhale down to your cow, anterior tilt, chin away from the chest. Exhale up to your cat, a strong posterior tilt and protracted scapulas. Inhale and exhale. Instead of dropping the belly and the chest and letting gravity do the work for you, make a conscious effort to tilt your pelvis, to retract your shoulder blades, and to push the belly down. From the cat-cow, we're going to thread the needle, getting a bit deeper into the thoracic spine. Take your left arm from this all-fours position and slide it underneath your chest. Your right hand can stay where it is for support, and alternatively, you can bring it to your lower back to start opening up the right shoulder. But really keep this movement centered in the upper back and the chest. Let's go to the other side. Bring the right arm under the left shoulder. Again, left hand can stay for support, or you can place it on the small of your lower back. Deep breaths, especially if this is uncomfortable. Returning to all fours, curling the toes under, moving the hands slightly forward and coming to your first down dog. Try to focus here again on the thoracic spine, on the area between the shoulder blades. Don't worry if the heels don't touch the floor. As a matter of fact, bend the knees and just push the chest back. And then start to wiggle the hips, the legs, move one leg at a time, hips back and forth. And if you have shoulder pain or discomfort, you can also do this down on your knees, coming down towards the floor, taking a lot less pressure off of the arms, and doing the same movement in child's pose. If you're in your full down dog, just keep wiggling it out, pushing the chest back and forth, bending one leg, straightening the other. Really give yourself time to find the position. Once you're in your down dog for today, make sure the fingers are spread. Make sure you find a position where you can breathe without distraction. Now slowly walk your hands back towards the feet. Grab the elbows and just swing side to side. Shake the head yes and no. Bring the elbows left and right. Move the head up and down. When you're ready, slowly curl yourself up one vertebra at a time and come to your standing position. Take a deep breath and bring your arms overhead. Really reach yourself up towards the ceiling and then round your body forward, almost as if you're diving over a chair to touch your fingertips to the floor. Then slowly curl yourself back to standing, one vertebra at a time. We'll repeat this several times in an attempt to segment the spine. Breathe in, stretch up, round forward, and curl yourself back up. Each time you curl, press the heels into the floor as you pull your lower belly in and try to move the spine segmentally. After your last roll over and curl up, you bring the hands to the top of your shoulders. Grabbing the tops of your shoulders, we start to make circles backwards. And then we reverse the circles. The elbows start to move away from the body. Bringing the chin to the chest, back and forth away, can also help to bring some movement into the neck at this point. Now place your hands to the floor and walk yourself forward to a plank position. We're going to bring ourselves into pigeon pose, which is a great hip opener. However, it can be a sensitive position for the knee joint. If you need a bolster here, similar to the child's pose in the beginning, go ahead and grab it and place it underneath your right hip. Bringing the right knee towards the right wrist, and your right shin will be at its most difficult version, parallel to the top of the yoga mat, but more likely the right foot is pointing down or pointing to the side of the mat. Try to ensure there's not too much pressure on that right knee. You're aiming to feel this position in your right hip joint and in the glute muscles, in your butt muscles. If you want more of a challenge, slide your hands forward and press your forehead towards the floor. Now curl your left toes under, come back to your plank position, and prepare to switch sides. Left knee comes towards the left wrist, the right leg stays straightened behind you, and again coming either onto the elbows or into a complete forward fold. Finding once more a position where you feel the intensity of the stretch in the hip, but you're breathing deeply and slowly through it. Once again, curling the back toe under and coming to your plank position. We hold it here for a couple of breaths with a strong posterior tilt and protracted scapulas. We walk the hands back towards the feet and come down to our squat position. In this flat foot squat, use your elbows to push the knees away. If in this flat foot squat, you're very uncomfortable, the heels are not on the floor, or you're not able to rest, go ahead and grab either a rolled up towel, a noodle, something that feels supportive to place underneath your heels, or alternatively, underneath your knees. We want this position to be a resting position. You feel some stretch and some stimulation, but not so intensely that you can't breathe or that you can't focus. Find the modification that's correct for you. Come back to the posture. Bring your left hand to grab your right ankle and stretch your right arm up towards the ceiling. You're going to repeat this movement each time you stretch up, taking a deep breath in through the nostrils. We switch sides. The right shoulder grabs the left foot and the left arm is reaching up towards the ceiling. Follow your hand with your eyes so the neck is also increasing its movement and getting some stimulation. Spending one more moment, a couple of deep breaths in our flat foot squat. From your flat foot squat, walk your hands forward and proceed to turn yourself around and lie down on your back. pick up your right leg and interlace your fingers on top of your right kneecap. The foot in your hand should be relaxed, the chin is tilted down towards the chest, and the shoulders are pressed into the floor. Your left leg, the left foot, is actually flexed and active. With each exhale, try to pull that right knee closer to your shoulder. You might feel a little pinching sensation in the hip. Try to breathe through it. We switch legs, lifting up the left leg, pulling the left knee towards your chest. And again, the leg on the floor, in this case, the right foot is active, the left foot is relaxed, and with each exhale, you're pulling the knee closer to the chest or to the shoulder. Breathe through any discomforts, and if it's really too intense, the pinching, ease up on the pulling. Now we lift both legs in an attempt to flatten the spine to the floor. So your neck should be nearly touching the mat, the shoulders, the middle back, the lower back, and especially that tailbone. You're pulling on your knees, but you're pressing the tailbone down. Go ahead and release both legs. You're going to lift the right leg straight up into the air and grab underneath the knee. From here, you're going to gently pull your straight leg towards your face and flex and point the ankle. If you want to intensify this stretch, reach up a little higher towards the calf muscle and continue to flex and point the foot. Release your right leg and repeat the same on the left side. Grab underneath the knee, pull the leg towards your face, and point and flex your toe. Release the left leg. And now we're going to lift the right leg again. And this time, instead of pulling it towards our body, we're going to open it to the side. Try to avoid letting your left hip rise off of the mat. Keep it active by engaging the muscles of the left leg and holding your right leg as you let it come out to the side. Now we bring the leg across the body towards the floor to stretch the opposite side. Again, keeping that left hip planted to the floor. And then release the right leg and repeat the same on the other side. Lifting up your left leg, grabbing underneath the knee, and then using a hand on the inside of the calf muscle to gently guide your left leg towards the floor. Keep that right hip, the right glute, the butt muscle pressing down. And then switch to bring the leg over the body across and towards the floor. Try not to collapse, keep it quite active. And release the left leg. From here, we'll go to happy baby. So lift up both legs, bend your knees, and grab your feet from the outside. Sometimes it can feel good to push the feet one direction or the other, but try to push your knees down towards the floor with the help of your hands around your feet, at the same time pushing your tailbone down as well. Really just such a nice movement for the lower back and the hips. Lastly, pull the knees close to the chest again, and then straighten the legs. Now that the hips are satisfied and open, let's move a little bit higher into the thoracic spine. You're going to lay back on the floor and place a bolster just above the rib cage. From here, posterior tilt, tuck the pelvis under so that the majority of the stretch is going into the chest and the shoulders. If it's too intense, you can bring your feet closer, and you can also play with the positioning of the arms. Arms out to the side may feel slightly easier than having the arms overhead. What's most important here is that you're breathing deeply in and out through the nostrils as you let the ribs and the lungs be expanded through that bolster. Stay as long as you like, breathing deeply, enjoying this nice opening sensation of the chest. From here, to get up, we'll pull the knees close to the chest and rock ourselves towards a seated position. Once we're in our seated position, you have the option to place the bolster underneath your hips or to stay seated with your butt touching the floor directly. We're going to come into a cross-legged position and walk our hands forward to stretch the spine and the hips at the same time. And then try walking your hands to the left, to the right, experiencing different sensations and stretches in this forward folded position. As long as you remain breathing calmly in and out through the nostrils, your central nervous system will allow you to find more range of motion. If you find yourself holding your breath, if it feels just too tight to be relaxed, to be mindful, then back off the position a little bit. From here, extend your legs forward, preparing for a forward fold. Grab your feet from the outside, bend the knees if you need to, and reach the top of your head towards the top of your feet. Pull on your feet, pull your feet towards your body as you bring your chest towards your toes. Slowly release and prepare for our final spine twist. Cross your right foot over your left leg. Right ankle and left knee are touching. Right arm is behind you. The left arm is pressing into the right leg and you're twisting, looking over your shoulder on each exhale, trying to twist even more. Slowly release and switch sides. Left foot crosses over the straight right leg. Left arm is behind you. The right arm is pressing into the knee. And again, breathing in, stretching up and exhaling, twisting as you look over that left shoulder. Think about twisting from the top of your head down towards your tailbone. From here, straighten both legs and using a bit of abdominal strength, curl yourself down to a Savasana position. The arms should be down by your side with the palms facing up towards the ceiling. The chin is just slightly tucked to the chest and your facial muscles are relaxed. You're breathing deeply in and out through your nose with all of your focus and attention on the air that's coming in and out of the nostrils. With each exhale, attempt to feel heavier into the mat to release any tension you may be holding on to. Check that the hips, the muscles that surround the hips, the glutes, the butt muscles are totally relaxed, and you might even feel the knees and the feet just sort of flop open to the side. Stay here as long as feels good. When you're ready, roll over onto one side, maybe stay on your side for a beat, and then bring yourself to a seated position. Rest the back of your hands on your knees, finishing your practice in silence, thanking yourself for getting on the mat, even if it's just 20 minutes, to move, feel, and breathe. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.